Shalom Akim, Wagwakim. First and foremost, I'd like to turn to the east and give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Akakwadash. I'd like to proceed this lesson with giving double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who do well and teach well, man. Without further ado, I want to go into the book of Ezekiel, chapter 2, man. Without further ado, this is the book of Ezekiel 2:1. And he said unto me, Son of man, stand upon thy feet, and I will speak unto thee. And the Spirit entered into me when he spake, unto me, and set me upon my feet, that I heard him that spake unto me. And he said unto me, Son of man, I send thee to the children of Israel, to a rebellious nation that hath rebelled against me. They and their fathers have transgressed against me even unto this very day. For they are impudent children and stiff-hearted. I do send thee unto them, and thou shalt say unto them, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh. Let me play this video, man. This is these are this is associated with before I get into this, man. It's young nigga culture, man. YN culture, man. And I'm gonna just get into the definition right here. It says young nigga culture is often referred to by the acronym YN culture, is a contemporary, largely urban and youth-oriented segment of Black American. No, that's not it, man. So basically, right here, lifestyle and identity. Discussions surrounding YN culture often describe a specific lifestyle. Some perspective characterize it as involving a focus on a reckless and impulsive mindset, lack of respect for authority, and involvement in street life, often highlighted on social media platforms. We see that on an all-time high, man, with all these people, posting their guns, a lot of jakes, man, posting videos of them doing shootouts, motherfuckers on live doing shootouts. That's a very well-known thing in America, man. It says often highlighted on social media platforms. Others view it as simply a generational term for young black men, with its meaning heavily dependent on the specific context of the speaker. But in all reality, man, YN culture and all this, street life culture is death culture, man. Death culture. I'm gonna play this video real quick. This is a very popular video, man, that happened earlier this year. Yeah, this was earlier this year.
We are following breaking news. Shooters opened fire on a crowd of people in Philadelphia's Grays Ferry section. 13 people.
And I'm gonna let this play right now, but in reality, it's Jake versus Jake. Jake's killing each other, man. And that's in the book of that's the curses, man. Let me get that real quick. Gotta bring it out, man. Run through the spirit. It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 54. And it says, So that man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave, man. But the main point is his eye shall be evil towards his brother, man. And whose brothers? The 12 tribes of Israel are all brothers, man. Mexicans and black, so-called Mexicans and black, so-called Guatemalans and so-called Salvadorians, so-called Jamaicans and so-called Panamanians, vice versa, man. Let's go back to the video, though.
Shot. 3 of them were killed. Action News reporter Sharifa Jackson is live at the scene on Edding Street near Dickinson Street with the details for us. Sharifa, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Aliana. At this hour, police, they continue to go up and down the block, making note of every single piece of evidence that they can find on this small block. So far, we've counted more than 60 evidence markers. So it's a lot to sort through. In total, 13 people shot. We know 3 of those victims have died. Now, police say they call
Says 13 people got shot, man. Let me see.
evidence markers. So it's a lot to sort through. In total, 13 people shot. We know
Hey, 13 people shot, man.
3 of those victims have died. Now, police say the call came in just before 1 a.m. around 12:55 for the reported shooting. According to the police commissioner, officers, they were actually nearby responding to another call, and they heard the gunshots and rushed to the scene. Now, police say they've responded here to this exact block, the 1500 block of South Edding Street, Saturday night into Sunday morning for issues including loud music, large gatherings over the weekend, and they made arrests. Officers, they were sent here throughout the day and weekend to check on the block and just do some patrols. Now, investigators say they are not exactly sure what was happening here during the latest incident, leaving so many people injured. The police commissioner, he had some very strong words for whoever is responsible. Take a listen.
You know, in all reality, man, you know, this is, you know, Jake versus Jake, man. You know, there's a lot of this going within, you know, the Israelites, man. You know, the 2/3, more like, you know. Let's see, there's this video too right here, man. Just want to show a little bit of this video, man, because just look at the way these kids act,
22
man.
went right on his head.
Wait, Glock 22.
Glock 22 went right on his head.
Switch on the back.
My bad.
That's a rubber. Let me spit.
Hey, let me just preach to y'all youngsters, man. Hey, listen, y'all. We not out here talking all that.
We ain't trying none of that, Holmes. Yeah, we from the Northeast. We don't want to hear that.
Yeah, my bad.
We want to slide every day.
You got it, bro. But you know, in the streets, it's either jail or death. I don't want y'all to go down that path.
I already went to juvie.
The law not catch.
You know what that nigga Drewski, he's a sellout too. Fat motherfucker. Salakia. You know, Salakia, you know, yeah, he's a glutton though, man. You know, he's a sellout, man. Shit. You know, big, you know, fucking Big Shirley looking ass fool, man. You know, Salakia, but you know, don't mean to go off like that, but you know, look at the way he said to these kids, you know, in the streets it's only death, it's jail or death, man. You know, but these kids don't want to hear it, man. Just hear what they saying, man.
To me.
I'ma shut my bitch ass up. You got it, big bro. Yeah, just
you know, they keep on saying they don't want to hear none of that, man. Just look at their demeanor, their attitude.
all that.
We ain't trying none of that, Holmes. Yeah, we from the Northeast. We don't want to hear that.
Yeah, my bad.
We want to slide every day.
You got it, bro. But you know, in the streets, it's either jail or death. I don't want y'all to go down that path.
I already went to juvie.
The law not catching me.
I'ma shut my bitch ass up. You got it, big bro. Yeah, just
I'm on the run right now.
He said the law not catching him now. That dude on the left said he's on the run right now.
As we speak.
Yeah, man. But
You know, I got a precept for that, Proverbs chapter 16, verse 18. And it reads, pride goeth before destruction and a haughty spirit before a fall, man. You know, pride goes before destruction and a haughty spirit before a fall, man. Those dudes are 2/3, man. You know, let me get that precept. You know, because we got to get this out, man. Just rolling through the spirit, man. It's the book of Zechariah, chapter 13, verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein, man. You know, and these 2/3 are these wicked jakes, man. These, you know, these jakes that do not want to hear the law, man. You know, let me get this precept too, man. Just run through the spirit. You know, gotta edify, man. It's the book of Exodus, chapter 32. And let's see. Exodus chapter 32, verse Let's see. I'll just start at verse 9, you know, and the Lord Yahweh said unto Moses, I have seen this people, and behold, it is a stiff-necked people. You know, and it's talking about the Israelites, man. You know, let's see right here, verse 8, they have turned aside quickly out of the way which I commanded them. They have made them a molten calf, and they have worshipped it, man, and have sacrificed thereunto, and said, These be thy gods, O Israel, which have brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. Come on, man, you know, so this is going into, you know, the Israelites, you know, worshiping that molten calf, man. You know, and that's why most of these jakes are in their lot now, man. They're still worshiping unto, you know, other gods, you know, worshiping false idols, you know. You know, let me get that precept, man. You know, these Santeria, you know, witchcraft stuff like that, man. Santeria, voodoo, you know, they're into astrology, they're into, you know, the Ouija board, stuff like that, into spirits. You know, and it says don't be in tune with familiar spirits. Just roughly paraphrasing, man. You know, that's witchcraft right there. This is Leviticus chapter 26, verse 1. Ye shall make you no idols nor graven image, neither rear you up a standing image, neither shall ye set up any image or stone in your land to bow down unto it, for I am the Lord your power, man. Con. You know. But these people, you know, a lot of people in the street life, you know, I don't want to get off of, you know, subject, you know, but they pray to, you know, to demonic entities, man. You know, for a lot of the Northern Kingdom people, Jakes, you know, this is what they pray to, man. Our Lady of Holy Death, Nuestra Señora de la Santa Muerte, and that reads, you know, and that's what it says, Our Lady of Holy Death, man. So right here it says, honored in Mexican folk Catholicism and neo-paganism. Come on, man, it's neo-paganism, man. It's a paganistic thing because, you know, you can't you know, pray to these gods, man. But let me see, Santa Muerte shrine, you know. A Santa Muerte shrine is an altar dedicated to the folk Saint Death, typically containing a statue or surrounded by offerings like candles, flowers, and food. You know, but, you know, I just want to show a picture, man. These people really do have these in their houses, man. I've seen a couple, you know, Jakes with stuff like this in their houses, and Jakes like to, you know, post shit like this, man. You know, but at the end of the day, man, hey, they're into that death culture, man. You know, but with that, I hope this lesson was edifying to the hopeful elect. I want to say, call Allah Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Kakodash. Hope this lesson was edifying.